Welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? It's a few minutes off from 4:55. I apologize. Actually, I don't apologize. It's all perfect. It's in my script. How's everyone doing? Fix this tripod. Cool. All right. Everyone feeling amazing in the now. Hi, Jody. What's up, Jameis? Everyone feeling amazing today? I know I am. What's crack-a-lackin'? So today, guys, we got a number 3 of our 12-part series of storming Area 51, a peaceful gathering and celebration. And got a lot of great new information and downloads that we've received. Hey, Jennifer, what's going on? Jen, love you. And got a lot of great information coming in from Rachel and I, so I'm going to bring on my amazing soul sister, Miss Rachel Cabrero.
Hi. Oh, let's see. Now I can't hear you that well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah, you got to use the headphones. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. How you doing, Rachel?
I'm doing good. I've actually been kind of releasing more in the last few days. We are actually right in the middle of the Lionsgate portal, everybody, for those who don't know, which is one of the strongest portals of the year, every year. And it's on August 8th. And it literally started a few days ago. So we also have the second new moon this week, which is Wednesday, July 31st. So this is the second new moon of July. And we had 2 eclipses in July. So major shifting going on for anyone that's feeling it. We're definitely learning how to let go and surrender even more, and having trust and faith through this process, which we're going to talk about today. Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks. A lot of, yes, ever since the 26th. So maybe it kind of explain to our viewers and to all our viewers, if you're new, I'm Sean Christopher. Welcome to my page. This is my amazing host, co-host, partner, business, whatever, soul sister, Rachel Cabrero, and we've been doing series about this event that y'all been seeing even on mainstream media. It's called Storming Area 51, and but we have been deciphering it at a higher frequency. And so Rachel is going to kind of explain about what was I just saying about Rachel?
Yes. So we're basically about the Lionsgate. So this is all different portals that are leading up to Area 51, basically, that we are expanding and releasing so much right now, preparing for this big event, really. And that it is all in this beautiful divine timing of enough light getting on the planet, that there is this tipping point now where enough souls are awakened that we can have this type of mass disclosure. And this is one of the main big events that are happening worldwide, worldwide disclosure, really, because it is at Area 51. So everyone knows about Area 51. And again, just for those who are new, we're not storming anything. This is a peaceful gathering on the outskirts of Area 51. It's more like a celebration and a beautiful festival to bring awareness to this movement of awakening and really knowing who our galactic brothers and sisters are, and also awakening to ourselves and who we truly are. So during this time leading up to that, we are going even more inwards, learning who we truly are. Okay, so it all coincides. The event out on September 20th is also the event inside, okay? And so during this portal, which was the Lionsgate portal that started on July 26th, and it peaks on August 8th, 8/8, okay, is all about intertwining the divine masculine and feminine inside. So this is like a portal, really becoming aware, even more aware of those aspects of us that maybe haven't been looked at, that maybe we've been kind of hiding or not known as even there a lot of times because we weren't aware of it. So there's a lot of polarity going on inside because we have created this polarity outside of, fear versus love, and kind of the polarity is playing out right now in our outer reality because it is happening inside us. Okay, so this is actually what's going on, and this is what we're going to talk about even more today.
Isn't it amazing how, we live as we go through our experience as a human being? We see and we perceive life as an outward experience.
Yeah.
But then as the saying goes, as time goes on, as everything starts to unfold, you start to, at least in your soul contract and in your scripts, you start to see it inwardly.
Yeah.
And then the only way out is to go within.
Yes, yes. And so all this different fear that we're seeing from the media and other people around us is maybe sparking or triggering that disassociation or fear inside us, the separation of the wholeness. We're not feeling maybe whole inside, or it's going on a deeper level. We thought we cleared it, and then now all of a sudden, oh wait, now there's this other part that we're now seeing, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable at times. But this is an opportunity, actually, and we have to remember that we need to take these opportunities of mass awareness, like an Area 51 event, to go more inwards to see how we're relating to it. So are we operating from fear or love, and how that is sparking in other parts of our reality? Is it just the events that spark this, or are we fearful of other things? Okay, and so and the fear is coming from either something in the future that hasn't happened yet, or past. Yes. Okay, so it's not only this lifetime, everybody, it is past lives, this life and past lives. Most probably it is a lot of past lives that are being cleared right now, okay? And so the fear is an illusion. It is actually something that we were afraid of way, way, way back, or, other lifetimes before this one, that has triggered or sparked this fear to actually be released. This is actually what's happening with these massive portals that we're in right now, leading up to the Area 51 and also the Area 51 event. Okay, so this is a big, big deal because it is releasing all this density in the body, in the soul, in the mind, and that is separating us from the wholeness and the love inside. That's really what's happening.
Yes, and I've been talking about, let's all, guys, I want this my intention is for all of you right now who are listening and who will be tuning in, we are replacing, there's no longer a word called fear, it's called awareness. Yes.
Awareness, yes, I love that.
Because what you speak of expands, so we don't ever want to even speak the word F-E-A-R anymore. We don't want to give it any more power. So I challenge all of you out there right now, from here on out and then now, to never speak that word again and just have the word awareness or unawareness.
Right.
If you're unaware of what's going on, you're not going to see what's coming. But if you're aware of if you're just aware, like a bear might come running out in front of me because I'm in a forest. Then when it comes happen, or hey, a car might swerve and while I'm driving, at least I'm going to be aware.
Yes. And it's being aware in the now moment, which we're going to talk about today too, is a 0 point reality and how to get back to that and get centered and have the trust and faith inside. Because if we're aware, And with the trust and faith, there is nowhere else to go. You're not going to be going past and future anymore. You're going to be aware now because you have that trust and faith backing it and the foundation of it to keep it there. Okay, that's how energy works. Okay, so this is about centering and balancing inside.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and was, and once again, I just want to thank everyone for giving us your attention and your energy.
Yes, thank you for watching, everybody.
And Rachel and I are going to give you our full attention, and we're going to give the equal exchange value of energy back to you guys. So we really appreciate you here. And Rachel is going to do a introduction to what we're going to be. It's a small exercise.
It's a small exercise, yes.
Yeah. So I want you to engage. Now we're going to engage with one another, and she's going to explain what it is prior, and then we're going to go with the engagement.
Right. Okay. So I channeled this information from my higher self and the Galactics to actually have us all join together today in exercise, which is a practice tool to get us connected inwards, which is what the topic is all about. And we're going to do some breathing, and I'm going to speak some light language. And I just want to explain briefly about light language for those people who don't know. It is a combination of sound, frequency, and light codes actually coming out of my mouth and my eyes and my hands, okay? And what it is energy. It's a high source energy that surpasses the linear mind or the consciousness of lower vibration. It actually goes directly speaking to your soul. And it actually switches on the cells to actually spark light. This is actually what it's doing on a biological, physical level. So it's actually turning on all this light, like little sparks of bubbles in your body. So you may feel some tingling, some different movement, sensation, and it actually sparks light and love to come online in your vessel, in your actual physical body. And it's speaking on a soul level. So that's why it goes so deep, because it actually surpasses anything else that is not light. To remove it, can be used as removing anything that's not light, any density, any old thought patterns or belief systems start to surpass it, and it switches to the love and light just by speaking these codes, okay? And your soul actually is very in remembrance of this language because it is such an ancient language that actually all of us know deep inside. So because all the universe is sound, frequency, and light anyway. So this is like a universal language. That's what it actually is. Yeah.
And then it ties in. That's why it's called the you in the verse, because you are the one verse.
Yes, yes. And this is all about going inwards as we are co-creating, because we are our own creators with the divine. The divine, this is our universe, you guys. Basically, we are creating our universe with source energy as we connect. So that's what we want to do right now, is actually connect to source energy, okay?
Great.
So we're going to just close our eyes for a moment, and we're going to put our left hand on our belly and our right hand on our heart. So this really gets us connected right away. And we're just gonna take a couple deep breaths in.
In through your nose, out through your mouth, guys.
Noticing the breath going through the body.
This is called the infinity breath.
Yes. And as we are breathing, we are now connecting to Mother Earth's heart. So our heartbeat connects with Mother Earth's heart. So just visualize that, like a golden light going down from the heart into your body, down to Mother Earth. Feeling that connection and that nurturing love from Mother Earth. And then we're spiraling this up through that cord. So that golden cord going back up through your whole entire body, all the way to the top, out of the crown chakra and into the heavens. So we are now connected to Source in the heavens, throughout our whole entire body, going down to Mother Earth's heartbeat. And just repeat after me. With the power of God that I am.
With the power of the God that
I am fully connected to Source, all there is.
I am fully connected to Source, all there is.
Shikala ratakishi ratako ratakishi aranakalya ratakishi anakola rata. Ishala ratakinya kosha. Isalya ratakishi ala. Koratahinna shalaranakia. Shia ratakito shola. And one more time, repeat after me. With the creator that I am.
With the creator that I am.
I am fully safe and protected.
I am fully safe and protected.
Okay, just breathe. Shikaratakinya kasha laratakashia ranakisha laranakati korataka. Ishalia ranakishia ranikola rataka. And one more time, repeat after me. With the power of God that I am.
With the power of God that I am.
I am in full trust and faith.
I'm in full trust and faith.
Of my universe.
Of my universe.
Shikalia karatakinya koshala ranakishia. Koratakinya kolarataka. Ishari nako ratakia shalia ranaki. Koshoto ratakinya. And just breathe that in one last time. Feeling deeply connected.
Great.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, guys, thanks for that. That can be a little, for some of you, maybe like, what is that? Just it used to be weird for me too. That's okay. You know,
yes.
So you're not going to resonate with everyone, you know, but know that it's going to hit you and it's going to hit you and it's going to make a point.
Yes. Yes, and by saying with the power of God that I am, this is another practice tool. It actually surpasses lower density programming or old belief patterns because you're actually speaking with your higher self. So you can even practice that, you know, without any light language. You could do this yourself by connecting through the hands, doing body talk and connecting to your soul in that way by surpassing with the power of God that I am. I invoke trust and faith in my reality. I know that this is my universe. I know that I am the creator and that I'm fully protected at all times because I'm connected to source, right? So it's like really bringing in that core of co-creation and expanding us to actually feel that frequency.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's the whole key, guys, you know, is through this Lionsgate portal. I call it the infinity portal, you know, and the way I see it, it's like this huge, like a Stargate. And, you know, and as I visualize it, I see all of us and I'm there on the other side. Like I stepped through my portal last year on 8/8. I made the decision before I got here, but I still chose in this lifetime now to step through. So now I'm here extending my hand, walking you guys through. And there's I just see like millions of you. I'm getting goosebumps. And you're just like, I can't wait to step through. And Rachel and I, guardians here. We're here to assist and pull you through. And
Yes.
you already made this decision way before you came here. And so you are the second wave. So congratulations, troops, for stepping through and making the brave, courageous decision and choice. You chose this. You made the decision to walk through and to ascend with us.
Yes, yes. We really, truly have to remember that we have chosen everything before we even came here, that our souls signed up for this. We raised our hand and actually really wanted to be here at this time, and that we chose each major event to happen and play in our reality to actually help us get closer to source inside and actually expand our awareness. And this is a learning school, and that we actually, so we could actually become aware on Earth as humans. So we actually said, okay, let's have amnesia for many lifetimes, right? Thousands of lifetimes until this time of awakening. Okay, so this has led up to this time of actually becoming aware in this physical vessel. So that's why there's so much going on right now with releasing old density or old thought patterns where we had amnesia that we weren't aware. And so that's why it feels so heightened at times, because we're actually releasing so many lifetimes. Okay, so it's actually not this lifetime that we're releasing it. It just feels like it's real now, but it's not real now. It's just coming out of the physical body. The physical body has to ascend. Okay, so we might be like, oh, I'm awake, right? And maybe that we know that we're star seeds, or we know that we're from, the galactics, and that we came down here for this reason, but it might not feel like it. Okay, so that's why the physical body is catching up. This is like our spaceship. Okay, this is why the inner practices are so important right now, because we actually have to ascend inside. Okay, this is our Merkaba star. Okay, like literally getting switched on to this light. So as the light gets really even stronger, especially through these portals, like the Lion's Gate right now, it's like fast, rapid, fast lights all at once. Okay, and it's changing our DNA and getting switched on. So anything that's not light inside the body has to come out. Yes. So it could be emotions, it could be physical, you might think you're sick, but it's not sick. Okay, all these things feel very real, but it's actually making us better. So that's like super important to know right now, that it's actually ascending us and making us even more being able to hold aware, and being able to hold more light in our bodies. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I was going to add to that what you're saying, guys. Last year I posted this, and I post it regularly for all my new viewers and friends, is that our bodies are changing. They have converted and alchemized to carbon, lower density, very dense carbon that holds very little light. It holds any light, and it holds very little information. So think as your body. I want y'all to really just stay with me here. I want you to think as your body as a tuning fork, but also as a flash drive. Okay.
Yes.
Your body is the organic flash drive that holds information. So this is going to lead into what we're going to talk about next, is that how to master yourself. Okay. See, we are in this quarantine terrarium with a dome. Okay. You can take that as you want, but we're in this together, so we can master ourselves and master with one another before we can go and ascend to the heavens with our galactic families and go play with all the other children upstairs, right? But right now, we have to attune and get attune to ourselves and reharmonize and get in ease with ourselves. And we have to come and become nothing. We become the point, the 0 point. And so what I am going into is that you have to master every aspect of what it is to be a human being. And that is, you have emotions. So you have to be aware and be in control, okay, of your thought, what you're thinking, what you're speaking, what you're listening to, what you're watching, who you're hanging around with, what you're eating and drinking. Okay. And all those things are just information. So you're getting all these information codes. And so you have to be aware. Is this making me feel good? And if you're not programming yourself, then who or what is?
Right.
Okay. So if you're watching TV, well, throw that clunker thing away. Don't listen to the radio. Don't listen to the radio. I would stop reading books because I wouldn't do it. It needs to come within. You know, I'm not saying do anything. I recommend you don't read a book. I recommend that you listen to things or you watch something that attunes to you. Okay. If it was created by schools or colleges or businesses, do not read it because that's not your programming. So you don't want to be inceptioned and have an idea that's not yours. And just be aware of how you feel about everything that you do. If this water doesn't taste good, you know, you're not going to drink it. If something doesn't taste good and you know it's not good for you and it makes you feel bad afterwards, be attuned to that, because this is the gift that was given to you as a galactic starseed to have a physical experience as a human being. And the cleaner and the more pure this vessel is, and the less that you consume with food or information, the more it helps you to release.
Yes, absolutely. And at this point, everybody, I just want to say that the light has gotten so strong on Earth that those type of old programs will come up very much in your face as a polarity to get in tune with your inner self. If you don't listen, if you're not really becoming, if it's not making you feel good inside and you're still feeding it, okay? And if you're not listening and if you're resisting it, this will continue to come up in your face until you wake up out of it. So that's actually what's happening now. There's no more hiding. There's no more masks. There's no more anything to hold on to. So a lot of people, it does trigger that old density because the ego, right? The ego is basically getting the old ego, what we think of ego as, is no longer able to grasp anything. Okay, it's no longer there. Okay, what's happening is being transmuted into what it truly is used for, which is our empowerment, our intuition. Okay, that's what actually ego is. And so everyone thinks, oh, we need to get rid of the ego. No, that's not actually what's happening. It's being transmuted. It's actually coming in as whole. Okay, we of course all have an ego. Okay, but the old ego, that's why it's called ego death, because it's going to resist. You're going to fight. It's going to go kicking and screaming, okay? A lot of people, even in the mind or even in the body, can feel like they're going a little crazy. But it's because that's actually releasing. It's coming out. It's becoming a part of your awareness so it can transmute and become alchemy inside and become whole, okay? So that's why it's so... that's why it's becoming so vivid right now. That's why might be two things happening inside you at the same time, like that polarity, like, oh, okay, higher self, oh, wait, no, the lower fear, right? So it could be battling, but it's only to transmute, to get closer. That's actually what's happening, okay? So that's really important to know.
And to add to that, that's great, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to really bring this up because I see it so much in the spiritual community, killing the ego. Good Lord, guys.
Yes.
It's a part of it. How can you kill yourself? Like your ego, you're human. It's okay to have the ego, but and this is very key. This is a nugget for you guys. What you resist will persist. If you keep fighting the ego, if you fight, you can't have peace with war. You can't have peace with confrontation. If you confront there, it confronts back. Life is just a mirror. How are you? So remember, everything wants to be recognized. All it wants to do when you face it and you recognize it and you send it love and healing, it goes away. So, as Rachel was saying, triggers are points of. A trigger is a synchronicity for unawareness.
It's actually a spark of alchemy. That's actually right. It's like a spark that all of a sudden you're aware. Like it's alchemizing. That's actually what it's doing. That's what the trigger is. Yeah.
But you're unaware of. See, if you're not unaware of the trigger, you're just getting pissed off.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but she's calling me this. That person flicked me. But see, when you're aware that you're becoming upset, and where do you feel upset first, guys? Think about this. Start recognizing. Do you feel it in your head? Remember the hot head explosion? Heat rises. Are you feeling it in your chest? Does your chest get tight? Does your neck get tight? You do this. Do you feel sick in your stomach? So when you become aware of where the emotion is coming from, the emotion, because remember, every single word has an emotion attached to it or a feeling, right?
Yes.
So when someone is saying something that you're getting pissed off or upset, it's because you're disagreeing. You are disagreeing with their script, and it's upsetting you because you're on script. Remember, this is one big movie, guys.
Right. And the way to get out of the head is by dropping to the body, like Sean is saying. It's called body talk. Okay. So now as masters of our own reality and avatars, we are learning this now. So to actually get in touch with the body, where is this tightness or this tension or this any kind of emotion in the body? Where is this? And just get really still and centered and breathe and feel where it is. And then connect to it. Okay, actually feel it, because we're so used to going out here. Oh, it's this person, it's this thing, it's that. No, the feeling is inside you. Okay, it's inside the body. Okay, it's inside your light body, and it's trying to come out. So we have to bring our awareness to it in order for it to be truly released. Okay, and so that and so that's actually how we release it. It's not anything out here that needs to happen. We don't need to go do anything. Okay, again, this is about 0 point reality. It's being the emotion for that moment, and then feeling it in the body, breathing it through, and cry, get angry, whatever you need to do. It's totally okay. The most important thing is to not judge it. Okay, we're not judging ourselves for feeling this way. And then if we can get there, send love to it. Okay, sometimes we're not feeling love in that moment, so we can't do that, and that's still okay. Okay, the fastest way to even get there would be grateful for it, because it's actually releasing. Gratitude is the bridge to the love. Okay, we said this last time, or the first one we did. So okay, so we remember that to actually know that it's releasing from our bodies, and to be grateful that it's coming out, that we're able to feel it, that it's finally coming out. Thank the Lord, it's coming out. It's not stuck in our bodies anymore, right?
Yes.
So, yes.
So important, because everything that you take in daily, if you watch, let's say you're watching like a TV program, and then you listen to radio for 30 minutes, and then you're on Facebook for 4 hours, and then you're on YouTube for an hour. And you talk, and you go to the store, and you talk to 10 people, and you get on the phone, and you call your girlfriend, and you talk to your mom. Think how much information you have taken in within that 24 hours.
Yeah.
And it goes in your hard drive, it goes in, and most of it for people who are unawakened, it's subconscious programming. And it's good. So when she talks about, when Rachel was talking about cry, get angry, lower temperature, whatever you got, see, that's releasing. If you need to talk about it, write it out.
Yes,
go hug
writing is really good. Yes.
It's like when you talk about it, when you talk to people, you feel good afterwards.
Yes.
Like, I feel so good. We don't know how much I talked about it. Or, man, I went to go work out. Man, I feel so much. It's because you're transmuting it, because you're information in, information out.
Yes. And do the opposite of whatever you're used to doing. So, like, let's say you're used to giving so much. Okay, let's do the opposite. Start giving this to yourself. Let's say you're so much in your inner world and you can't even think straight. Go out and start giving to someone else. This is totally going to break you out of it super fast, you guys, and do something kind, And if you're doing so much kindness to others, then it's time to go inward. So whatever it is, the opposite is what you can do to really break the pattern, break the cycle. Okay. And that really, really helps as well. And so all these things are different tools that we're talking about to kind of go inwards and break the old patterns, because these old patterns are coming up again and again through these portals, and these portals aren't going anywhere, you guys. The light is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's going to be dealt with. There's no longer, we cannot deal with it anymore. We have to feel it, okay? We have to feel it. And the outside influences or going throughout the day, like Sean's saying, is getting us too amped up. Our physical bodies can't handle that anymore, okay? Because our light body is so sensitive to every single vibration. So we have to learn the stillness somehow, okay? So these are little tools. Even if you do it 10, 15 minutes a day, it still will assist you.
Because, you know, one thing I really can attribute to me getting here right now is in 2009, I got involved with a network marketing company, and then through finding that company, I found personal development and self-development, and that is the key to everything, is self-developing and becoming self-aware about awareness, and it helps you to maneuver through life. So, because if you can have a further vision, okay, if you can only see right here, let's say you can see 50 feet in front of you, now your awareness expands, and now you can see all the obstacles coming before they come, so you can maneuver through life better. And that's what I keep saying, guys. Work on yourself harder and more than you do anything that you do in life, with your job, on anything. And that could be physically, and there should be a balance between physical, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. All the aspects of what it is to be human.
And slowing down. So that's the key. So we're going so fast with our jobs and our families and everything else, relationships, okay, that we forget about the relationship with ourselves. And that's what we're truly learning right now, is actually having a beautiful romance with ourselves. So take yourself out to dinner, okay, go spend time and do like a little ceremony for yourself with candles and a journal, and get still and feel what you actually desire and want, because that is actually your higher self speaking to you. Okay, so that's actually how you can connect to your higher self, is by slowing down and really getting centered into right now, because we're so programmed to, okay, what's going to happen next? Like, for example, Area 51, oh no, or oh yay, or whatever it is, that we are like basically not really living in the 0 point reality of now, and not being, okay? So allowing ourselves to be in this moment, instead of, oh, when I have this job, oh, when I have this money, oh, when I have this relationship, or, oh, I hope that doesn't happen, because that's the other part, right? So it can be either way. Oh, I hope this happens and then I'll be happy. I hope this doesn't happen because then I won't be happy. Well, guess what? Then you're like just looking for things not to be here and happy, right? So it's just a false reality that we were programmed to be wired that way, okay? And it's no longer working anymore. So that's why it's very much in our face right now, just so you know what it is.
Yeah, because in the old paradigm of 3D, most of us were spiritually bankrupt. But all we did is we worked to buy materialistic things, and we attached our happiness to a good-looking woman or a great-looking guy who's buff, or a bigger house and a nicer car and a boat and a vacation, and then it'll satisfy you for about this much, and then you want something better. And then you got to work more and spend more of and then sell more of your soul to get paper, to have a false sense of security. And now people have attached themselves to the 3D, and they think, if I don't have money, what am I going to have?
Right. Well, and again, that's very linear. Right. And then everything gets reevaluated. Then of course you can have money, but it's in a different way. It's part of love and service and giving and receiving and all that. And it can be balanced. So it's not like money is bad. It's just We're changing our relationship to absolutely everything inside. And that has to come to the 0 point reality for us to even get clear on that. For us to even know what that is, we have to get centered into the now moment. Even again, like if it's just for a short period of time per day, and really letting go of anything that's not that, so we can have the time to do it. Actually, okay, so if we're saying we don't have the time, then that means our attention is elsewhere. It's not intention, it's attention. Okay, so we really need to get inwards, intention, really, really learning a whole new way of being. Okay, and really that's when the real trust and faith comes in, because you're getting to know yourself. You're actually learning how to love yourself. We were never taught how to love ourselves. So it's totally okay to not know that, okay? We are just remembering what love is, okay? So we're like babies, okay? So we have to be gentle and surrender and be babies in that way, to be nurtured by ourselves. That is the only way to actually get really deep inside, is to drop all defenses and really slow it down. And the ego is gonna trick us, right? The ego is gonna do material outside world, make us happy, everything else, or a lot in the mind, you know, ego's all mind, linear, and this is quantum. So our linear mind cannot wrap our brains around this new reality, okay? I can't, forget it, okay? So that's why we have to really go quantum at this point. So that means practicing all these different things. Depending on the day, could be different. It doesn't have to be the same. Yeah. These old programs and beliefs do not fit into the new reality on the quantum level. It cannot plug in, okay? So that's why there's so much confusion. There's so much doubting and all this stuff going on, because the old programs cannot fit into this new script. That's actually what's happened, right?
And that's perfect, because I gotta get centered too, because I can't wake up and breathe. And
there's a lot of energy going on right now.
Be easy on yourself, and don't worry about, like, there's no fast track to life, and don't worry, you're never gonna miss anything, and you're never gonna miss out, and you're not behind, or you're never gonna. That's in the head. See? So when you start to and we create these stories. Get in your heart.
Get the heart.
Ascension, guys. Ascension is a unity where the entire soul collective is on a 0 point now, but they're all in tune and in sync, and they're all in one verse, and they're oscillating at the same resonance as the universe, as Gaia, and everything else in our universe. A uni is one. Verse is a song. This is our song that we sing, and this is our life song. And we are attuning and getting in tune into the universe. And so life is about slowing down, guys. They have made our old handlers, they made us into human doings, so we could use our life force energy and our adamantine particles that we came here with. Our fuel cells used to be, they were full, and through the old 3D, they drained our fuel cells. So some of us had to be awakened to tell you guys there's something not quite right on Earth. None of this makes sense. And so it had to be us crazy conspiracy theorists wearing tinfoil hats telling you that chemtrails were real, and all this Pizzagate's going on, and UFOs were real, and all this. And it had to be us to get shunned and kicked out of our families, and having to be the oddballs and the ones that didn't fit, fit into society right now. And now you're tuning into us because you're like, now there's something to this. We had to be the one first to trigger you to awaken. So that's why a lot of us are these ascended masters now, because we've already mastered ourselves. Now we're coming back, and we're having to help. We're pulling you guys through, because we love you unconditionally, because you are us, and we are you. We are all one.
Yes, and I just want to say we're always learning. We're always learning new mastery. We're mastering ourselves for right now, but again, there's always a new now. So we're always constantly learning, and we're just maybe a few steps more expansive, but that doesn't mean you're not either. It just means that you are just coming into that vibration, and really your higher self is already there. So we're no different than you at all. But but I just want to say a little something about grounding, because again, slowing down, right? Okay, so basically Mother Earth right now is already ascended. Okay, so she is purging as well, and as inner Earth is coming up and everything like that. So what's happening is basically Mother Earth is a crystal for us, because we're turning into crystalline energy. Okay, so think of Mother Earth as one big charging crystal. Okay, and we are basically releasing all these old patterns, beliefs, and density in the body, right? So what is the number one biggest thing besides holding a crystal in our hand? It's not necessarily going to work. It's Mother Earth. Okay. And so getting in nature is very high fifth dimension right now. Okay. Because it's so pure. Okay. And so basically getting flat on earth with our bare hands and our feet flat on earth, as basically 1 or 2 times a week, as much as we can right now, to center and balance our physical light bodies, because we're acclimating the new light inside. Okay, so our bodies are speeding up with this photon light. Okay, so that's why sometimes it's like, oh my God, there's so much and I can't take it, right? And it almost feels like anxiety. It's not anxiety at all. It's just this light coming in so powerfully that our physical bodies has to catch up and integrate. So Mother Earth and grounding is one of the most centered, balanced ways to do this. And you will instantly, within 15 to 30 minutes, feel centered. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. That's great too, guys, because, and if you're feeling, and as Rachel want to retouch what she said about if you're feeling sick or if these health issues are coming up.
Yes.
You're not sick now. You're purging out old
emotion.
Emotion comes through the body as dis-ease. It comes out because it's purging. So don't let some guy in a lab coat that has been trained by a bunch of big pharma drug, murderers, okay, big pharma, tell you you're sick. Because if you believe that, now you've owned an idea that is not yours. You're not ever sick. You just need to go ground. You need to spiritually clear and go out and eat better things. Take care. Take more self-care.
Self-care. Yes. Yes.
Get out in nature. Be around amazing souls. Talk good to yourself for one. That's the most. If I can tell anyone, one of the most important keys of life is to speak kindly to yourself. What spells are you casting on yourself?
Yes, that's so beautiful. Yes, it's really true, because we are learning how to empower in all aspects. So it's not only about communication out here. Our communication is our thoughts and speaking to ourselves inside. That's why the throat chakra is so big right now, because it's actually internal too. It's not just what we're saying out here, it's internal, and our higher heart is getting switched on right now. So there's so much love pouring through that it kind of lumps up here, and that's just because it has to come out and release. So it can come out through, again, like purging, like you said. And I just want to say this, because there's a big difference with being sick now in this new frequency and the old frequency. Okay, huge, okay, because 99% of the time we're just purging, okay, because our souls have already chosen to be here at this time. So most of us are going to ascend. Okay, we're not going to, there's some people that are obviously going to pass away and stuff. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, if you were awakening and part of this movement, we're not going to get this dire disease and fall off the planet. Okay, it's different than before, because our light body is transitioning. So we have to kind of know that through the process, because we really have just gotten started. Okay, this light has really just started to increasing. That's why we're having the second wave of people awakening. That's why people are becoming more aware. Okay, so we really haven't seen anything yet. Again, we're like babies with this frequency, and we've never done this in this physical body on Earth. So it's a huge deal. And so we have to learn all these new things about what actually it means and what actually it is. And to know that, again, not to be fearful, but to be aware of the purging and the clearing. Okay. Yep. It's so vital right now to understand and know that, because otherwise what we're doing is doing a lot of negative self-talk, just like Sean said. We're putting ourselves down. We're judging ourselves for not feeling good. We're judging ourselves for the emotions. This is all what we do all day long. This is all we do.
It's
okay? So, yeah, it's a story.
And what you keep telling the story, Rachel, what happens? You keep the story what? Alive.
Yeah, it's alive and it's looping, okay?
I was just going to just real quick. If you stop saying you have cancer, you stop saying you're sick, you're not going to have cancer or be sick. You start telling yourself, I'm well. I am the healthiest I've ever been. I feel amazing in every morning. I am ageless and I am timeless. When you start to reprogram your cells to start to reconfigure and to be at a higher vibrational state, it clears out that lower density frequency and it pushes it out. It becomes pure light. So,
yes, absolutely. And any disease, including cancer, it comes from an emotion. So we have to remember that.
Yeah. And here's a cool thing that I was recently seeing this week, is that before we come here, I'm going to get a little outside the 3D, guys. So, stay with me here. If you believe in reincarnation, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. But mostly tuning in, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Understand what I'm talking about. You never understand anything. You always understand. Is that before we come here, we go outside our universe and we go to different star systems in our universe, and we learn a lesson, a major life key lessons for that planet. And so we go to these 12 realms, 12 different planets, and we learn 12 important life lessons. And then we come here, and this is the 13th grade. This is like the graduation. This is the ultimate test.
Yeah.
And you can be here until you figure it out. And then when you come here, then they say, okay, you ready for the ultimate experience, the ultimate gaming, holographic real-time, ultimate gaming experience. And you're like, okay, what do I got to do? Well, when you come, you're not going to have any memory of anything ever. You're like, why? Because it wouldn't be fun. You're like, okay. And you get to choose your script, and you get to pick the parents. You get to pick all these cool people, all these cool new actors that are going to be your soul family, and they're going to come to you as girlfriends, husbands, family members, people who, screw you over, who do all bosses, up to 1 million. You have up to 1 million people that you physically have encounters with. And then it might be opening a door and saying hi. It might be that, or it might be somebody you have a huge, horrible relationship for 10 years with, just for instance. And then you figure out all your life lessons. And then you start to master yourself. And then life becomes fun. Everything becomes fun, and everything starts to connect, and you start to see the beauty and the grand of the grand scheme. And then here you are now in this great, and this is your movie. This is why I talk about the script. Maybe we can kind of slightly touch on this about the script, about being a source player. Can I kind of lead into the source player thing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so as a source player, we are all source players. And we come and like I said, some of us came here awakened. Some of you did not. Some of you are awakening now. Some of you awakened a couple of years ago. It doesn't matter, but you're all source players, okay? And I've talked about the soulless. And I've talked about source players. A source player, you are a galactic starseed, which we all are. A soulless is a program, as I say, is a human being that is not connected to their source self or their higher self or their soul, and they're running purely on the script or ego, and they're just running the program. and being
Yes.
Susie Q, who works for Dairy Queen, and she goes
Right.
to work and she has 3 kids and she watches TV and she goes plays bingo and she does
Right.
this and she's, she complains to her sister, so that's the program. And so then as you become awakened, you start to awaken, and then as we talk about the 0 point, then you start to become the source player and not the program,
Right.
because you're stepping out of the program and now you're starting to think for yourself. You're starting to have intuition.
Right. Yeah. And a way to decipher that is by, again, going into yourself and seeing what thoughts are making you feel open and loving and what thoughts are bringing you closed or protected or fearful. Okay. That's how you know what the script is and what source is. Okay. So there's deciphering realities that we're playing through all the time, that we can choose now what reality we want to be in. Okay, so that's huge for us, you guys, because that means literally our reality can be anything we want. Anything that we want that is aligned to source, of course, for our highest good and highest self, and the highest good and highest version for others as well. Okay, so that's basically the number one thing. Okay, and it becomes our priority. Okay, so that's why everything becomes sacred. Everything that we put in our vessels becomes sacred. Everything that we do in the outside world becomes sacred. Our words become sacred. Our inner thoughts become sacred and kind to ourselves. Okay, and then that's when the fun comes in. Okay, so this is what the new reality is merging all these aspects of us that basically are our best versions, okay, like our best versions of ourselves are merging to create this beautiful new reality, and all the old aspects are falling away. That's actually, that's what's going, this is what multidimensional reality is. Multidimensional is many dimensions at once, okay? This is what we're waking up into, is our multi-universe, okay? So that's huge, you guys. That is so massive that, again, our linear mind can't comprehend it. Forget it. Throw it out the window, because it's not going to. Okay? And so that's why we're so in tune and coming into the heart so much more and more and more, because that's the only true thing that can actually comprehend, and that can actually surpass anything and feel the energy, right? Feel the fun, feel the vibration of bliss and joy and excitement, okay? And then anything that's not that, feel that as well, because it's coming out if it's not aligned with that, because that's literally our highest version of reality that's coming into our now at this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because isn't life about feeling, Rachel? Isn't it like, does everyone always, everyone's always like, well, what do you want to do? I just want to be happy. Well, no. How about we just want to feel good all the time? So it's like, and this goes back to what we were saying earlier about getting control of all the facets of what it is to be a human being. So, if you know that something's not, making you feel good, like if you don't like being around, John or Susie, then choose other people. If you know that, like, going out during the week and drinking and doing these things is not making you feel good the next day, do something else. And if you know that watching TV, if you should never be bored with life, guys. Don't ever see. It doesn't drive me anything. I see people say, "Oh, I'm bored." What do you mean you're bored? How are you bored? It's life. It's the most amazing, ultimate gaming experience. If you're bored, if you find yourself getting bored, then that right there is a thing. That's a good indication that you need to, like, get you a book, get you a journal. Thank you, Jody, for buying my awesome OWL journal, because I am the wise. Thank you for that. Right. Go outside. Take your dog for a walk.
And it's usually
go help people. Do something that takes you out of the equation, and you give yourself away.
Yes, and bored is usually an indicator that you are in the program in some sort, because you are just not getting ignited with any form of creation energy, which is source, okay? So yeah, creation, right? So you cannot be bored when you're creating. It's impossible. Okay, so if we're tucked into, and it could be creating in any way. It could be creating just by being still and releasing all this stuff, because that's creation right there. Okay, so it doesn't have to be action necessarily. It just means really being in tune. And when we're in tune to the higher frequency source energy, there's so much vastness and information and beauty and love and light there that is really, there's no boredom at all. So yes.
No. Yeah.
No.
And that's the thing about, see, what they have gotten us out of, guys, or the old way of being and doing, is they didn't want us to think. That's why they've created all these distractions, and
Yes.
they don't want you to think. And so,
Yes.
and what's the best way to control a population is to think for them and to have
Yes.
everything. They don't have to think. And so
Right.
when you get still, and then when you connect and you ground and you start to connect with your solar plexus, all the emotions, guys, are right here in the solar plexus.
Yes.
That's why it's so important. I pound it in your head to go and look at the sun. You're not going to go blind. Get some sun. If you don't want to look into it directly and be like, do that like I do and others, you don't have to, but get in, because the sun has light code. The sun is not a burning ball. It is a portal disk that brings in other information and higher forms of energy from different realms to us as light, as living internal light codes that helps to spark and awaken you and gives you energy. The sun does not give cancer. It doesn't cause dis-ease. It will heal you, because the sun is our ultimate source that powers our planet.
Yes, absolutely. And even more now, because our light codes, our new light codes are getting activated. It's really important for the nature and the sun, and even saltwater, any kind of ocean or lake, or even not saltwater, freshwater could be, but any type of water, because the crystalline cells in our body need this type of energy to spark. Okay, to actually expand. Okay, so our light bodies are operating in a whole new different way. Everything that we used to do or know or feel is completely thrown out the window right now. Okay, so forget it all, because we're all doing this together and we're all learning. Okay, this is like not, it doesn't have to be so serious. Okay, this can be like really just, we're just like children learning. That's like really what's happening. And if we can look at it like that, it can be a little less serious for us. And you almost like want to laugh at it, because it's like, wait, what? Like, it's just so synchronized and amazing to see that we're actually here during this time. And like just like the synchronicity of Area 51, the town right by it is like my name. It's Rachel. And like, I mean, just so many things like that. It's just when you're following that spark within you and that, and knowing and keeping it light, more things will start happening around you to guide you. It's almost like the universe starts speaking to you back, because you're opening through your heart and speaking to yourself kindly and lightly. And then all of a sudden things start to lift and expand.
Love it. That's great.
Yeah.
Because, it's important, because, our bodies are made of water, almost 80% water. So that's the most important thing to put in your body is clean, alkaline, reverse osmosis water, and also a H3O, which is the water that is in fruits. That is the water of life. And I find myself now drinking even less water, because I consume a higher vibrational frequency water that is in my organic fruits, in my smoothies, and that keeps me sustained, because it's hydrating your body. And also the great thing about fruits, and the fruits keep you high vibrational, and there's certain plants or vegetables that keep you grounded. The ones that are in the ground, like beets and potatoes and carrot, those keep you grounded, guys, because they're from the ground. And then if you want to raise your vibration, well, where fruits are all come where? High from the trees. So it raises you up. So it's very, and then wherever you're feeling off, the different, different colors of the fruits, reds for your root, Orange is for the sacral, yellow for the solar plexus, green for the heart, and the blues for the throat and the third eye, and the purples for the crown, guys. You do that, you recode. You're recoding your codons for your chakras, and you're reintegrating and you're refractalizing your software.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, do all that. Like for me, I put either liquid chlorophyll, which is like a green liquid made from plants actually, to actually raise light. So liquid chlorophyll is just like droppers, or you can get it in a big bottle and you put it in the water and it automatically alkalizes the water, and it's like turns it turns green, but it doesn't taste anything, but it literally alkalizes your body, and it turns the crystalline cells on. This is another way of doing it. I do it constantly in my water. You can even add lemon too, but liquid chlorophyll I highly recommend because it heightens your light body. And these are the type of things that we want to do: get ample rest. We're sleeping more than normal right now with our light bodies, integrating all this light. So all these are really important, and this is really important always, but especially leading up to such a big event. If people are going to Area 51, we want to get centered in the body. Okay, so I kind of want to just express that when we're actually with a big group of people like Area 51, we're doing these Facebook Lives every week in order to prep us. So prepping can be, and this time it's inward. So this is all about inwards this time. So prepping the light body, okay? Before we're going out into this large crowd of thousands and thousands of people, we want to be centered in the light body, okay? Getting our high vibration up as much as possible so that we are holding our light and not getting pulled in any direction at this event. Okay, so super important, you guys, because right now this is like such a major event. I heard it's going to be even broadcasted live in certain areas. Like this, I mean, it's going to be massive. Okay, and so we want to bring that centered, balanced feeling of source energy in that now moment. So that now moment is happening right now. Okay, so we are connecting to it at all moments leading up to this special event. So,
and that's the whole reason for this series, guys, is to get you guys attuned and in tune, and we're prepping you.
Yes.
We are helping you. You know, we're helping ourselves, and we're giving information from our higher inner source self. This is coming from us. This is coming from the Galactics. You know, this is coming directly from pure love experience to prep for you the event. And once again, there's always your internal event, and there also is a external event that has to coincide. So your consciousness can understand and comprehend why all this is happening on the externally, because all you see is external. So you have to be able to comprehend why that happened. Oh, it's because we all chose to go to Area 51, and Sean and Rachel, instead of making it about anger, they were the ones who said, oh, it's about peace.
Yes,
and now you're seeing a whole movement about peace after Rachel and I. I'm not saying it's because of us, but I'm going to say it's because of us.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter who it's from, but it did. I mean, we obviously started a movement here, but you guys did too, right? So you guys are all spreading this. So we're just assisting you and becoming aware of the reality we actually are creating for this event. So the reality is happening now with our inner vessels, right? Our inner vessels are jumping to this new reality of peace, love, and fun, celebration, joy. And so that's how to get there, is to go internal with all these practice tools that we expressed today. Me and Sean really channeled all this information for you guys, and it has worked for us, so that's why we're sharing it. We went through exactly what all of you are going through, and so that's how we know. Okay, so we went through it to hell and back internally to get here and to express this beautiful, fun, exciting joy that we actually feel a lot of the time. So it is possible. And we just want to thank everybody for watching today and being part of this journey. And is there anything else you want to say, Sean?
I just want to say, guys, I really encourage you guys just to come out and have a great time with us. Make it your own reason to come out. It doesn't have to be anything spiritual. You can make this event whatever event you want it to be. It's going to be fun. Okay.
Yes.
There's going to be music out there. There's going to be, it's going to be kind of like a, whatever you want it to be, It's just like as in life. You can choose if you want to live in your own hell or your own so-called heaven. And I'm going out there because I want to meet Rachel and I want to meet all you guys, and I want to experience a really great time and see you guys physically and give you a hug and dance with you guys and have a smoothie and do just cool things. And that's what it's about, is coming together as a community, as the largest human gathering in human history. It's about having fun.
Yes, it's about having fun and really opening to this new light and love that is coming in. And so during this portal, just remember that the Lionsgate portal is here for a reason, that we are internally shedding anything that's not fun or light or love inside, so we can join together at this event on September 20th. And we will continue these weekly lives, just expressing anything that we feel that might assist you guys in feeling that and getting there internally and uniting together in this way. So thank you again for watching, and we're really excited to come on next week with new downloads and new information and new light codes to share with all of you. And you guys are all doing such a great job. Like, literally, the Galactics are so proud of us. Like, you have no idea. They're so excited. They're so proud. And our higher selves are too. Like, literally, your higher self is so proud of you that you've made it for all these lifetimes and are here now for this very special ascension. Yeah.
Right, guys. And I'll finish with this, like a couple more minutes. Now, when we go out there, guys, all of our higher selves are on those ships, okay? And they're going to be above us and above you, because you will be there above yourself, watching and over yourself, saying how proud of you are, and you get to experience it. And it's like, imagine you as the parents, I'm trying to put it in simplistic, and then here now, this is the child, and you're like up there as the proud parent and going, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of him for for joining and believing in him and herself and this loving himself for herself, and always guided and protected, guys. And so you don't have to ever worry. You just have to know that.
Yeah, and that's where the excitement and the fun comes into play, when we're actually listening to our higher selves and joining in this way for this Area 51 event, that all of a sudden it becomes magic. It becomes absolutely magical. It becomes fun, exciting, and joyful. And we actually, all that worry or doubt falls away because, again, trust and faith. We trusted in ourselves. So then guess what? The universe has our back. That's it. It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple. Everything in life, everything about the universe, it's one thing. It's simple.
It's simple.
And you uncomplicate it, and you get back to the 0 point and the stillness of becoming nothing. And when you become nothing, you're everything. And when you're everything, you're infinite awareness. And that's all it's about, guys. Is just have fun, guys. That's the one thing you can take from this. Have fun.
Have fun.
Live a life full of, be childlike, and have that young at heart. Always play, always smile, kid around. Just play.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and really believing and trusting and faith into this type of experience of having fun. Okay, so just allow yourself to have fun. Get out of your own way. It's almost just really let go and just be like, okay, you know what? I give up. I'm going to go have fun now. Like, that's it. It's so simple. Okay. So we don't have to try to have fun. It's in our nature. It's our natural state. Yeah.
That's a great way to end on that, guys. Have fun, love yourself. You know, self-love is key right now. Be at that center point, help others, live a conscious life.
Yes, go inwards.
Yeah. All about going inward, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
okay, so thank you.
Really appreciate your energy and your time and your attention to us. And we have given you our full attention, and we have poured our hearts out to you both. So we really appreciate and reciprocate the energy exchange from everyone. And we love you guys, and we will be on next week. Rachel and I will put on a new poster about what day and time. Look for it maybe in the mid next week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And if anyone is just new to this, you can go to my website or my Facebook or my Instagram. It's Goddess of the Charms. And my website is www.goddessofthecharms.com. If you need any other assistance in any way, I'm definitely here. I'm a channeler, and I'm an energy healer, and I'm a DNA activator and awakener. So I would love to assist. So anything at all.
And she can remove implants. She removed my implant that I had for the secret program. And also, guys, if you don't know my page, it's called 5D High Vibe Tribe. It's one of the fastest growing pages on social media. We've got over 40,000 people in just under a year. And it's an amazing page. You can connect with your soul brothers and your sisters. You can always, put out any information that you need for help. There's plenty of amazing people to connect with across the world, guys. So again, Rachel, I thank you.
I want to say one more thing about the page we have, right, for Storm Area 51. So it's Storm Area 51, Meet for a Peaceful Gathering. That's actually our page for it. So if you'd like to join, just Facebook it. It's on Facebook. And just join the movement. Okay, great. Yeah, so go to San's page, and you can see the link there to join that page, because we're just gathering together in this peaceful way, and that page is specifically for that.
Yes. And so, the page, just to go real quick, the page is for if you have questions about how to get there. We're having people to help for ride shares or accommodations to get there, because we want, guys, extend your service out. Help. If people can't get there, they don't have a ride, say, hey, I've got room in my car. Or, hey, I'm renting a van. So if you can put out $20 and push it for some gas, let's put ourselves out of the way, and let's get as many of us out there to change the world, guys.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right. So everybody, let's unite in this way, and we will see you again next week. Thank you again. And thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
See you later. Love you too. Okay. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.